Hello, how's it going, everyone? How's it going? Ah. How's it going? Hey, Red Vaporeon, how's it going? My voice is finally in a good enough condition to be able to stream Paranormasight. As it turns out, I think a lot of my voice was fried because of, what's it called? I didn't have any pantoprazole for like 2 weeks to be able to get my stomach kind of like sort of in good condition. Oh, come on. So, I have a I have something scheduled with like a gastro like around June, around June, like the beginning of June. So that's going to be looked at some point, but for now I'm able to actually do quite a bit. There might be a little scratchiness or a little haziness cuz it's been some time, but I think that I should be in good condition to do this. I want to do this, so I'm gonna make sure that what's it called? I can get this all up and going and ready to go. Come on, where are you at? There you go. F7. Elysium blah. It would be. Let's do a game capture for you. There we go. It's been so long. It's a little intimidating. But let's see. We have. What is this one? After arriving Kamishima, Avi and Cersei continue to ask about mermaids, but this garners suspicion. They find themselves unable to gather any more info. I think these are things that I'll be able to unlock as time goes on a little further. Let's start off with this one. August 17th, 1980 blank. So at the moment. Oh dear. You were doing so much better after the curse got lifted. I didn't notice the time. We got so carried away with sightseeing, it's already pitch black out there. You're right. Time sure flies. The last ferry already left, so I guess we'll have to find a place to stay for the night. Shouldn't we be heading back to the mainland to go back to Ikoma? Well, there's only so much we can do now. It's not as though we're not being paid for this. So let's not lose sleep over it. I see. Very pragmatic of you. We need to find a place to stay. Did you spot any inns or hotels around the island? I think I saw a few. It might be nice to find one before dinner. Maybe we can get a recommendation from one of the locals. That might be difficult. After all, we didn't really manage to get acquainted with anyone on the island. And hopefully that'll teach you a lesson about how you approach people. Right. That may have been on me. Okay. Although it's not that late yet. It gets dark quickly after the sun sets, and the streets empty just as fast. Illuminated only by the dim glow of a few streetlights and stars, the islands feel calm. Oh, I see somebody. I see somebody. No, there's somebody back here. Who's that guy? That's the scary man. He's the one that gave us the card that could have potentially killed us. Oh. Someone in the darkness. But it's not letting me interact with the darkness. By getting our hands on the Tamate Bako, I'd say the main objective of this trip has been accomplished. No need to stress ourselves any further. It really has grown quite dark, anyway. We should find a place to sleep. Yes, I know. Oh, he's coming closer. What else do I interact with? Cersei. Earlier, Cersei guided us while sightseeing around Kamishima. Most importantly, she seemed to be enjoying herself. It must be a relief to not have to deal with the curse aura hanging over the island anymore. You already seriously lost track of time, though. Alright, now he's getting closer. Whoa, there's someone there. Hmm? Well, well. I thought I recognized that voice. So it was you, Mr. Barnum. Uh, um, Mystery Coma. So when did you get to Kamishima? Did I surprise you? I arrived on the charter boat just a little before sunset. Now, wait just a moment. Did you say you had a fear of the sea and that boats were a no-go? You gotta keep your character traits straight, else the proofreaders will tear you apart, you know. Well, as it happens, my condition was miraculously cured earlier today, so I was able to come here after all. Miraculously cured, is it? Oh, come on. If you're just gonna throw in convenient plot devices like that, it's a total disservice to the art. Whatever. I have more important things to ask you. A whole lot of things, as a matter of fact. Sure. What is it? About that business card. I think there's a little bit of it, because Avi's a writer, so he might just be bringing these up because it's like what's it called? He's a writer and would just be in that mindset, but it's also fourth wall breaking. I think this will last a little bit longer than a minute. Wow. Yeah, sometimes I don't take track of time, so I'm just kind of like, I think I'll just like turn it off when like it's like, oh yeah, a minute's passed, and I guess I want to switch over. Then what about the business card you gave me? It was the target of a curse. Care to explain? Excuse me? I'm afraid I don't quite follow. The symbol on your business card turned out to be the marker for a curse. Dear me, this is the first time I've ever heard of such a thing. Oh, so you didn't know? Of course not. That emblem is a treasured symbol that Ukaku Dono bestowed upon me when my company was founded. Unkaku Dono? You mean Yamashina? So then you really had no idea, did you? You said it was used as a curse marker. That's a serious accusation. Well, you're implying that Unkaku Dono is behind such a scheme. That is outrageous. But you have to admit, it's hard not to come to that conclusion. These groundless accusations are deeply insulting and absolutely infuriating. I will not tolerate such insolence from anyone. I honestly expected more from you. Alright, calm down. Sorry. We'll look into it some more, okay? Very well. It's the very least you can do. The sheer audacity. It's like, that sounds like something that you would say if you were like, what's it called? You were trying to like have an Ace Attorney freak out. That was totally an Ace Attorney freak out. When like the most guilty person starts like screaming like a banshee the moment you're in on them, even so slightly. Ever so slightly. I still want to ask about that. Insulting a man's business card and benefactor? How utterly disgraceful. I insist you take it all back. I truly am deeply sorry. just overwhelmingly apologetic from the bottom of my heart, my sorry heart. Objection. It was like I played like one of the first games I played streaming was the Great Ace Attorney, the prequel series, and it was really funny just cuz like you just saw in full time all of the most guilty people just throwing pure tantrums. All right, Kikuo, but she did use the curse. So let me get straight to the point. You know a woman named Kikuo Tsutsui, don't you? Yeah, just came right out and said it. Kikuo Tsutsui. Ah yes, the woman from Kamishina that used to work at my company. Was that her name? You used that girl as a pawn in one of your schemes, didn't you? We nearly died because of her, you know. I beg your pardon? I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know anything about that. I most certainly did not put her up to anything so heinous. Oh, so you're saying you did not give her the cursed stone then? To help her get recognized by Yamashina since she was his illegitimate child, or something like that. A cursed stone? And Kakudona's illegitimate child? What in the earth are you talking about? What do you mean that's not how things happen in the court of law? I just assumed that like in every single like court case, like the guiltiest culprit was just brought up on the stand to just start smacking their fists into the stands. Just like chewing on the scenery and like eyes bulging, like veins bulging, just pure seething anger at even the slightest question. You really have no idea. So try to pull a quick one. Who filled your brain with such nonsense? As a matter of fact, we heard it straight from Kikuo Tsutsui herself. She told you all that? Where is she now? I demand to know what compelled her to come up with such ridiculous stories. We've got her confined at her home, but I'm afraid she won't be able to talk for a while. I see. Anyway, I heard she told you that girl's delusional. What a troublesome fantasy she crafted. Indeed. So who did she get that cursed stone from then? I'm afraid I know no more than you do. So, about Azusa Somakawa, the descendant of Time Shima. Oh, I don't remember telling you her name. Ha! That is no obstacle to a man of my caliber. We figured out in no time. Did you now? Very impressive. I suppose I ought to apologize on her behalf. She's rather difficult to deal with, is she not? So, did you manage to get a hold of the Tamate Bako then? Come again? From what I understand, she was last seen going out to sea on a boat with a foreigner. And she evidently has been missing ever since. Forgive me. Seems my hesitation to introduce you to her has caused you some inconvenience. No, really. Don't worry about it. So, you were after the Tamate Bako too, Mr. Ikoma. How come you're so calm when you already know what happened? Ha! Believe me, there were times when I wasn't, but at this point, things like that no longer matter to me. Things like what? The Tamate Bako! In fact, it seems as though I no longer have any use for it. I admit, there's been some tension between us, but what do you say? Why don't we put that behind us? What's all this now? Pretending he doesn't care about the Tamate Bako. What's he up to? Damn. It's already throwing me off my game. I'm supposed to be cornering him. Whatever became of Miss Somikawa is no longer of any concern to me. In hindsight, I suppose I should have introduced you much sooner. You might be misunderstanding. Why'd you ask us to come to Kamishima in search of the Still-Tide Mirror? Oh, well, it's simple enough. If something like the Curse of the Raging Waves truly existed in these waters, surely it would have been best to see it lifted, no? And it seems it has in fact been dispelled. You did not disappoint, Mr. Barnum. Oh, well, it's not like we actually did anything to lift it, though. Ah, is that so? We did learn about the bronze mirror once. That it once belonged to Miss Hatsune, who was sacrificed to appease the curse, however. You don't trust them. Misty Coma, how do you know about the curse of the raging waves, and how it's been lifted? Well, to be honest, it's hard to put into words, but it seems as though I've got a little bit of spirit sense myself. I suppose the curse must have been what caused that ominous aura to surround the island before. No? I see. I suppose someone with a bit of spirit sense would be able to tell whether the curse has been around with ease. In any case, since the curse has been dispelled, the matter of the bronze mirror is also settled. You have my thanks. I suppose you're right. You're welcome. I'll leave the talking to you. Huh? Weren't you the one that put me in charge of search? Or were you in charge of the search? Counting on you. Get the info we need. Okay. Leave it to me. So why did you come all the way out here to Kameshima? Ah, that's exactly what I wanted to talk about. More than anything else, I'd like to take care of my business right away. And what may that be? I actually wanted to ask you about it. I believe there's a woman by the name of Sato living on this island. You wouldn't happen to know about her whereabouts, would you? Sato? No, I'm afraid I haven't met anyone by that name on this island. I see. So you're not familiar with her. Very well. Thank you so much. My apologies for keeping you. As I need to continue my search, I'll take my leave now. Yeah, good luck with that. You sure about letting him go? Wouldn't it be better to restrain him? Well, there wasn't enough evidence to do so. You think he's actually innocent? And Yamashina was the one pulling the strings this whole time? I don't think we know enough to judge. Well, it's not like he can get off the island that easily, so maybe we should just report that we saw him. Good point. You mentioned a charter boat. Maybe we could mark it to keep an eye on him. Turns out, staying another night on Kamishima was the right call after all. Gotta hand it to myself. I'm such a genius. Anyway, let's go and report to Mishiki and call it a day. Alright. Wait, what's this one? Oh, that's the relationship chart. for all the mockingbirds. Alright, I should be able to do this one. Let me go to the bathroom just a second. I shouldn't be too long. Just an emergency. Alright, I'm back. Let's do this. Oh, wait a second. This music hasn't been on. Alright. Alright. Yumeko Shiki, Kipe Koma is the prime suspect behind Yamashina's death, having asked Cersei and the others to search for him. Yumeko hears what they have to tell her. I see. So we can be certain that Kipe Akoma's in Kamishina right now, can we? Yep, no doubt about it. From what I've gathered from the islanders just now, there are signs of someone landed in the boat in the gulf on the other side of the island. That must have been Ikoma. So he's gone, like a moth to the flame. Ma'am, that sounded a little diabolical. I think the fatigue is starting to get to you. Still, from what you've said about him, your description of Ikoma is quite different from what we've heard of the man on our end. We could hardly believe our ears either. To think, Yamashina had already been killed by a curse. And the police are searching for Ikoma as the suspect in this murder. Talk about a bombshell. Yeah, it was a real surprise. And you say that Ikoma seemed to have no idea about either the curse stones or what Kiko Tsitsune was planning. That's right. Swore the accusations against him were absurd, all while looking innocent as a lamb. It's entirely possible that he's just feigning ignorance. I wouldn't believe him so easily myself. We have no proof of his crime after all. All he has to do is pretend he knows nothing, and our hands are tied. Still, there's a warrant out there for his arrest right now, no? Can't you throw the book at him here and be done with that? It would be dangerous to do anything rash. I'd like to at least get a better idea of his intentions before making a move. Still, with Soda and Cersei here, I don't think we should have anything to fear from paranormal phenomena. If worse comes to worse, surely you could restrain him by force. Well, he could probably deal with most things. But in the event we couldn't, the situation would likely end up being completely hopeless. Right. I don't even want to imagine what sort of situation that would be. Did you see where Ikoma was heading after you parted ways with him? Sorry, I don't really remember. But if he chartered a boat to get here and stopped in the Gulf, wouldn't we be able to nab him eventually if we hung around here? Unfortunately, I don't think it would be so simple. If he stopped it somewhere out the way, we would struggle to find it in this darkness. That is true. Well, if we really did get stuck, I should just be able to find out where he's using dowsing. Just let me know and I'll give it a shot. I thought your target had to be had to have some sort of spiritual energy for you to find it. That's right. But he said himself he had some spirit sense. And he has a pretty unique aura. I think it would work. That would also be a huge help. I'll keep that in mind. You know, I still find it hard to believe that a young man would be capable of such a foul crime. Oh, Avi, you're so gullible. Heartless! The lot of you! You won't even consider the possibility that this is all one big misunderstanding? I'm sure you and Avi would have returned to the mainland by now. I had no idea you were still on Kamishima. Ah, well, we were having so much fun. Sightseeing, time got away with us. You were sightseeing the whole time. I suppose it worked out for the best, so I can't complain. By the way, is it true that Mr. Ikoma can use curses without a curse stone? Based on what we've heard of the scene of Mr. Yanashina's murder, I think we have to conclude he can. So it is possible. What does your assistant over there think? Ah, good idea. Let's see what Soto has to say. Soto? How likely is it that Ikoma could have used that curse without a stone? Ah, yes. About that. There have indeed been cases of powerful psychics using the spirits of the dead to cast curses on others. However, doing so requires a great deal of skill. Only a handful of people would be capable of such a feat. And even fewer would be able to do so with a cursed stone capable of killing people in a single blow, let alone over a distance. The man did say he had a bit of a spirit sense. I suppose that wouldn't be enough, though. Not at all. My thoughts exactly. I see. Though, if I were to speculate... Oh, there is something. Curses are not always bound by the curse of the dead, by the spirits of the dead, you see. If a number of people were to harbor strong grudges over a decade, even centuries, that grudge itself could still be alive, and it could become a curse. I see. The supernatural equivalent of strength in numbers, eh? You could say that. Still, it would take a large number of people holding a grudge over an extremely long period of time to achieve. I suppose it would be unlikely Ikoma would have access to a curse like that. This would be why curse stones are so dangerous. Access to one allows even amateurs to use highly potent curses. You heard that just now, I hope. Yes. I'm sorry already. This would be why curse stones are so dangerous. Access to one. Oh. Who am I talking to? Why would Ikoma have gone all the way to Kamishima? There's a good chance he was responsible for Yamashina's murder, too. We'll have to tread here carefully. It really has been one thing after another with this case. I'm getting pretty worn out. Still, something doesn't sit quite right with me about this. Ikoma must have known it would have been harder to escape pursuit here. What could have brought him here despite that risk? Oh, I could shed some light on that, actually. I believe he said he was looking for a girl named Sato. Seems awfully keen on finding her, too. Sato? You mean Sato Shiranami? Oh, you know her then. We do. A girl with quite unique circumstances, to be sure. Could that be why Ikoma's looking for her? But what is he planning? Unique circumstances, eh? So chances are high Ikoma's still looking for Sato then. If so, it would be in our best interest to find her first. If nothing else, it would put us in a good position to bargain with him. Agreed. We should try to find... Is something wrong? You said Ikoma arrived in this island before sundown, yes? We did, indeed. If he's really that keen in finding her, surely it wouldn't take him that long to do so. Finding a single girl in a small island like this shouldn't be difficult. All he would have to do is ask around. No? You have a point. I doubt he's been wandering in circles all this time. Maybe he isn't looking for her that seriously after all. He had some other business he wanted to take care of first. You there! I finally found you. And who might we have here? If I'm not mistaken, that would be Mr. Wakamura's son, Shotaro. You're from the police, right? You gotta help me. My old man, he's... Mr. Wakamura, has something happened to him? What? Mr. Wakamura has been found cut down in his own home? You're not saying... The clinic's doctor is taking a look now, but I saw the wound. There's no way he could have survived that. I tried to call the police, but Yuzumi Noguchi told me to come get you instead. I see. Thank you for letting us know. We'll be right there right away. Ma'am, given the timing, can we assume this is Ikoma's handiwork? Chances are high, yes. You don't mind me asking, mister, did a man called Ikoma drop by your house after all? What? Ikoma? You're saying he's the one that killed my old man? Calm down. You know him then? He's in his 20s and he's wearing a suit, though he looks really old for his age. Yes! That's him! I met him earlier today. You met him? Where? Today, just before sunset, a man I've never seen before came up to me. He said he's the head of an event company and he had to come to gather information or something. I'm pretty sure the name on his business card was Ikoma. What? You gave him his business card? Yeah, what about it? And he said he was there to gather information? What happened? What happened to looking for Sato Shiranami? What, Sato? You're saying Sato has something to do with that guy? Alright, everyone.
I'm going to head to Wakamura's house with Shotaro here. Soto, leave the searching to Sato to you, Cersei, and Avi. Find her before Ikoma does, and take her into your custody. I'm counting on you. Understood. Wait, we have to help out too? Please do. The more people we have on hand, the better. Now, Sato, lead the way. Right. Wait. Over there. Huh? That's him. Ikoma. What? This aura. I knew it. Ma'am, is he? There's no doubt about it. He's an 800-year immortal. He noticed us. He's running away. Ma'am, should I give chase? Please do. Follow him. Find out where he's headed. On it. Don't be reckless. Keep your guard out and be careful. It looks like we have a change of plan. Cersei, Avi, you're coming with me. Let's go.
Hey, don't shrug up your shoulders. This is serious. Ooh, real name. Oh, we got a Sato chapter again. Sato hides in the Kantakisho ruins at night, where she finally comes face to face with someone. Now, who is that someone?
Who might you be?
I'm sure it was a hassle to get out here. Looks like I made it just in time. Huh? You're an easy one to find, you know. But at last, we finally get to meet again, my dear Osato. Can you please explain my question?
Who are you?
Are you being serious? This isn't one of your usual silly acts, is it? Come on now. You forgot me after what? Just 400 years? That stings, you know.
400 years? Okay. So I know this guy claims to be Kipe Ikoma. Is apparently another 800-year immortal. But that's not the real issue. I need to know who he really is, not who he claims to be. I don't think he's about to just come out and tell me. Looks like he enjoys being cryptic. Though, I didn't expect him to just say he knew me 400 years ago. That's a big clue. Who exactly was he 400 years ago? If I push just a little, maybe I can draw it out. But man, did I really come across as that spaced out back then? Oof. So you're saying you know me from 400 years ago?
Wow, we never met directly then. I can hardly believe it.
He's getting closer.
Who would have thought my dear Osato was Princess Hatsune all along?
How do you know I used to be called Hatsune?
Back then, 400 years ago, I never realized it was you. So sorry about that.
He knew about me.
And the story goes that Princess Hatsune was offered up to hold down the curse of the raging waves, sleeping for ages down there. Huh. Who knew immortality could be such... Who knew immortality could be put to such a creative use? Truly selfless, admirable stuff brings a tear to my eye.
Not really. There wasn't any other choice. I wasn't actually asleep, so it was pretty awful. Also, could you please answer my question instead of going off on your own tangent?
Well, turns out the resentment I bore was heavier than the curse you were holding back.
I just told you to stop. Wait a second. The resentment you bore?
Thanks to that, ever since then, every time I got near Taishima's waters, a raging storm would well up. Every time. I tried countless times over these 400 years, but each and every time my ship just went under. I had my fair share of trouble too, you know.
But then, that would make you the Raging Waves curse bearer.
Ha! Right. I guess I ended up becoming quite the legend over here on Kamishina, didn't I?
There is only one person you could be. Really.
Oh, sounds like you finally remember me. Although, centuries have passed, would you be so kind as to address me once again? Come now, call me by my real name once more.
Right. Files from the past made it clear.
Kipei Koma's true identity is— oh geez, I don't remember the files. Let's see. Because it would have been probably the Curse of the Raging Waves. So 400 years ago. Let's see history. So it'd probably be connected to Princess Hatsune. Kuki Yoshitama. Komatsu Sadamune. So Kuki's adoptive daughter, Hatsune. That wouldn't be him. Yoshitaka. It was reported that Sumitaka planned to keep him himself. Yoshitaka gave the order for Sadamune to prepare a war. Sumitaka scrambled to send his own forces, unable to send them, brick of an eye. It might be Sadamune. Two surviving islanders were Hatsune and Somikawa. What's Somikawa's thing? Harukage used the resentful memories to create the event. So kooky. Let's say it was kooky. Ah, kooky. Oh, come on. That's not even close. You really not know? Ah, darn. I guess I don't know. Try again. Come on, you should remember it. The files make it clear. Let's say Sadamune. That was my second choice. Ah, Sadamune. That's right. Komatsu Sadamune, vassal of the Kuki clan, and the commander of the raid of Taishima. See, I was in the right ballpark. That's just kind of like, what's it called? If like you didn't recognize Derek Jeter, but you recognized him as a Yankee, and just saying, "Oh, you're a New York Yankee," and it's like wrong. And it's like, no, I was right technically. I knew it. I didn't know that. I had to look through the files. He watched me petting through all of the paperwork, and just to be like, filed under this. What's that? So you really watched me brainstorm, Mr. Kooky. So the Raging Wave's curse bearer wasn't a descendant. It was you, the commander himself. Which means this is all your fault. You caused all this to happen. Everything that happened to Taishima and the mermaids. Yeah, enough of that. Enough? Are you serious? Huh, we're in the Showa era now, baby. Digging up ancient history won't change a thing. Besides, my whole army is sunk along with Taishima. I had a pretty rough time too, you know. Lucky for me, I was immortal. Otherwise, I definitely died alongside them. How can you seriously stand there and play the victim with a straight face? My side's the sadder tale. Botched the mission, lost all my men, and I couldn't even go back to the army. I'd worked so hard to join the Kuki clan, and then everything was back to square one. Years on the road with no purpose. Hundreds of years since then. Through the Edo period to now, constantly changing names and identities. It was also tough. Most people wouldn't hear my tale. Ideally, most people would hear my tale and show some compassion, you know. Well, I could care less. Honestly, I don't. Alright. You were just sleeping through it all, so you wouldn't understand the pain I had to go through. Oh, shut it. I was conscious the whole time. Memories were all scrambled because of it. I see your fearless attitude hasn't changed a bit. I love it. And I see you still never listen to anyone. Hold on. What am I talking about? Am I starting to remember something? Do I know this man from my past? I don't remember a thing about him. I can't imagine ever getting along with him either. Still, there's one thing I have to ask him. Before anything else, there's something I need to ask. Go on. I was wondering. Did you come to the southern coast of Kamishima about 5 years ago? Yes, well deduced. So you mean the day they called the Kamishima Southern Sea Disaster, right? I was keeping an eye on Mari Minikuchi, or should I say the Samakawa line. Figured if I timed it right, I might snatch some mermaid flesh when they returned to Ryugu. What? So you were out at sea then? You caused the raging waves? Oh yeah. I pulled some strings with the local fishermen and headed out. The moment we hit that area, that massive storm formed. It wasn't my ship either. A bunch of others got caught up too. What a day. Mare Minoguchi went missing. I didn't find my mermaid. It was all a total disaster.
No way! You're the reason that disaster happened 5 years ago? Do you even realize what the people of Kamishima went through because of that disaster?
Come on! I needed mermaid flesh to get in good with Ukakudono. What else was I supposed to do? You know how it is. Can't live a normal life without a family register these days. Every few decades, once the old ones get tricky to use, I always need to find a new one. Around that time, I just started with a new identity of a young man known as Kippei Koma. I was just trying to get results fast. Got a little impatient. Can't really blame me, can ya?
How could someone be so selfish and heartless? I can't even begin to describe how infuriated I am right now. Forget trying to reason with him. He's beyond forgiveness.
Oh, they're easy. Come now, my dear Osato, just relax. You won't get far trying to apprehend me anyways. Might be better if you just hear me out.
What's that supposed to mean?
In our little chat, it means our little chat hasn't arrived at our talking point just yet. See, today is the day the curse of the raging waves has been lifted at last. That's the only reason I could come here in person. And trust me, I've got a very specific reason for you coming here and talking with you. Right. You've been looking at me, haven't you? What exactly do you want? Don't tell me you plan to hand me over that Ukakudono person. Oh, well, that was the plan. At first. You know how it goes. Nothing wins a person in the power's favor like the promise of immortality. If someone's actually achieved it, all the better. You'd be a literal living proof, and an offering all in one. Couldn't you have just used yourself as proof? What? Don't be stupid. That'd blow my cover. Think it through a little bit, will you? Right. Horse. Besides, I have my own goals. I needed mermaid flesh to achieve them. Trying to find mermaids would be so much easier with someone in power backing me.
Yeah, well, I couldn't care less about your goals.
Yeah, fair enough. To be honest, I don't care about that goal anymore either. Kakudon is gone now. Besides, I found you. Huh? That's the real reason I came here. My true goal, the whole damn point of this all.
Me?
Indeed. I'm not just looking for any 800-year immortal. I want you, Sato Shinanami. You.
Whoa, what are you even saying?
We never met, did we? There's no connection between Komatsu Sadamune and me. Oh, you're still not getting it. That's odd. I figured you would be the one so desperate to see me. You really don't remember.
Remember what?
That Komatsu Sadamune crap was all just a name I borrowed 400 years ago. Wasn't my real name. Never was. You and I go way, way further back than that, Sato. Our bond is so much deeper.
What are you talking about? Further than that?
After all, you held that bronze mirror I gave you now. Kept it close all this time.
Wait, the mirror!
Go on, say it. You remember, don't you?
That's it.
I know who we really are. Jeez. Time to go through those files. I think it was really in that. What's it called? There was a mirror. Sumitaka. I'm gonna say Sumitaka.
Sumitaka.
The hell are you babbling about?
Oh, that's not right. Damn it.
Still blank, huh? Fine, here's a hint. The one who made you who you are, who made you an 800-year immortal, was me.
That's it.
I know who he really is. Ah, okay. Thank you for the hint, dude, but like, I'm also kind of dumb. Alright, Kuki Yoshitaka. Let's see, Invasion of Taishima. Wait. So, enraged that Beloved was a member of the enemy clan. Commander of Kuki, Sadamune. I already said Sadamune. Sumitaka? I think I might have already said Sumitaka. Oh, I think I already said that. Oops. Maybe Yoshitaka. Okay. Yoshitaka. No, it's not that. I already said Sadamune. Okay, maybe it's just the dramatic music that's throwing me off, and I just need to, like, lock in. Because it's not any of this. It would be traditions in history. I don't know if it's Urashima. Yeah. Princess Otohime. Taro? Was Urashima Taro rescuing a sea turtle that was being bullied? No, that wouldn't have been him. I don't know if it'd be Somin. Gozu at the court of Gozu Tenno. I'm gonna say Gozu or Somin. Alright. I think it might be Gozu. Because he was probably the one that wanted to be the suitor. Shit! Alright. Somin then. Alright. I'm not gonna look this up. Not yet. Somin. It has to be Somin. Is it Somin? Shit. No. No. No, you can't be. All right, kooky. It's gonna be kooky, isn't it? Man, I'm making Sato look really bad with this. Ah, no, I can't do this. Come on. Okay, the Heike. That's the era. All right, I'm gonna have to do a full-on history course. Kiyomori. Oh no. Taira clan. So it was 400 years ago. Hmm. Taira no Tadamori. Hmm. It would have been someone that was within this era, the Senkoku period. Shima province. Hmm. Yuki Sumitaka's daughter was said to have been. Maybe it's profiles. Because if I have my profile, let's say Sato Shiranami. Maidservant where she was forced by. Oh, Taira no Tomoshige. Okay, Tomoshige. Oops. That was easy. Okay, Tomoshige. I was looking in files and not profiles. Wrong files. Tomoshige. If you say that's wrong. Taira no to. Oh, yeah, that's right. Wrong. Ah, at last! Finally! You remembered. Hey, shut up. I know it takes forever. Correct. Welcome back. Osato of Kusawa.
Wait, Kusawa! That's right.
Alright. Taira no Tomoshige was born the son of Taira Kiyomi's older brother. Although his father was the only child born of the official wife of Taira no Tadamori, part of the main line of the Taira clan, he was defiant towards Kiyomori. He also believed himself to be the rightful heir of Nukemaru, the famous sword his father inherited. Around that time, Sato was living a simple life in Kusawa. One day she happened to encounter a visit at Omyoji and was offered a chance to work at the bureau in Kyoto. Sato accepted, having always felt out of place, and left Kusawa to work at the bureau as a maidservant. At the end of the war, Taira no Kiyomori. Oh, this is a long one. Tomoshige visited the palace to celebrate birth, but soon became bored, encountered Sato, who had been attending for odd jobs. Tomoshige was intrigued. He frequently visited her often. Not yet having an official wife, it's not uncommon for Togoshige to spend his life on balance with women, Sato being the latest among them. However, he found himself becoming drawn to her. He eventually had a pair of bronze hand mirrors gifted one to her, telling her to carry it with her at all times as a sign of their vow. The clan was defeated, Tomoshige fled. Not many know of the downfall. While he was lying on a remote island, Issei, although initially terrified of being hunted down, Tomoshige regained his sense of seeing Sato in her unbroken composure. With survivors of Taira being hunted down, Tomoshige continued to search for a way to keep the situation going. He suddenly remembered a box his grandfather gave him, Tamate Baka, with the mermaid flesh. Although he had refused to accept it, Medber secretly hid it in the storehouse. said that eating it would grant immortality. Believed that dying from poison from eating it was caught different. Tomoshige pushed his misgivings aside, believing that long years have robbed the meat of its power. Believing a mermaid would come to reclaim them, Tomoshige considered to row a small boat. Clad in armor with Nukimaru. At some point, the two encountered a mermaid. Climbing in the boat, the mermaid screamed to give back the box before lunging at them. Too stunned, Tomoshige killed the mermaid, or stabbed the mermaid. Slashed it. Still, trying to process the turn of events, Tomoshige glanced down and saw a piece of the mermaid's tail. He picked it up only to find that it continued to twitch. Finding himself too disgusted to try to eat it immediately, he decided to stow it in the Tomate Bako for the present. Eventually, after hesitation, he forced Sato to eat it despite her protests. They waited, but no change happened. Thinking that the amount simply hadn't been enough, Tomoshige was made to pursue the mermaid, but as he did, he noticed the mist around them cleared. Although alarmed, he tried to flee, but the attackers pressed on. Sato was struck in the head with an arrow, fell to sea. Tomoshige, determined to retaliate, continued to resist. However, he was outnumbered, unable to break his command. On the brink of death, Tomoshige's gaze fell on the crests. Consumed by bigger regret, he directed a full brunt of his resentment towards the symbols. After that, there were none who saw Tomoshige again. He faded from memory without leaving his mark on the pages of history. Around the same time, Kusawa village had found itself in an uproar following the return of Sato, who had been employed to the service. However, after it was discovered she had somehow become immortal, she was shunned by the other villagers, who found the unfound state unsettling. A fragmented version of these events would go on to be passed down orally into the Yaobikuni.
I remember now. Everything's coming back to me. You're Lord Toshige?
Heh. I've waited for this moment, Osato.
You're telling me you became an 800-year immortal as well? Can't believe it.
Indeed. I ate mermaid flesh to become an 800-year immortal, just before you did. 800 years ago, we sailed out searching for mermaids, trying to restore the Heike name to glory. We found one, sure enough, but those Genji bastards had laid an ambush. They attacked us, tore us apart. But seeing we had both become immortal, we both continued to live our separate lives.
I never knew. I thought I was the only one left.
I spent all these years thinking I was the only one. You and me both, Osato. It truly is incredible we were able to meet like this once again. Listen, Osato. When I realized this body couldn't die, I decided it was my fate to use it in whatever way I could to restore the Heike clan. The grief, the hatred, the curses of my bloodline who died screaming in resentment. I've carried all of it with me in this body. They screamed at me, "You'll finish what we couldn't. That's why you're immortal, damn it." Your voices never stopped. Centuries of the family's rage clawed at my skull. Every day, every night. Even so, nothing ever worked, but I knew I couldn't just give it up. That obsession of mine rotted into resentment, festering for decades, centuries, building and twisting inside of me. Until finally, centuries of resentment and rage congealed into a curse. Something I could control, wield. A curse born from that obsession. The bronze mirror I carried absorbed that same resentment, and over time, it transformed into a cursed stone. So your goal was to use the power of that curse in the flesh of a mermaid to restore the Heike clan? Indeed. That vow was all I had left. I sucked up to people, power, gathered followers, all so that I could build an immortal army. But it couldn't be out in the open. Everything had to be done in the shadows, always unseen. Even with immortality on my side, it was damn near impossible. No matter what I tried, power was always out to reach. Always out of reach. Path to reclaiming the Heike name was all filled with peril. It was always one fucking problem after the next. Nothing ever went the way I wanted. Damn it! For I knew, the world had changed into one where military power alone was no longer the key to control. I just don't have the power or the time to rule this goddamn new age. Fuck it all. And so, here we are. Before I knew it, my 800-year lifespan was burning out. The end was right there, staring me in the face. That's when something broke in me. All that was left was emptiness. 8 centuries and nothing to show for it. Just the truth that I had achieved nothing. Tell me, Osato, what the hell were those 800 years of me giving it everything I had worth? What was it all for? I can't say. When I realized my lifespan was finally coming to an end, I almost felt relieved, like dying might finally set me free. It was then that I happened to hear of you. That you, my Osato of Kusawa, were still alive on Kamishima, also as an 800-year immortal. That moment was the first time, the first light to pierce the darkness. That moment was the first light to pierce my darkness in 800 goddamn years. Whoa, aren't you exaggerating a bit? No, not at all. This is an 800-year-long miracle of fate, Osato. Don't you see? Back then, when the Heike fell, you were the only one who stayed with me. You were the only one who comforted me. When the day finally comes, I want it to be with you. That's the only thing I want now. If I could just have that, then maybe it was all worth something after all. You understand, don't you? You must. But the curse kept me from ever setting foot on Kamishima. So I manipulated Ukaku Dono. I used him to reach you and claim you for myself. Wait, hold on. This is getting a bit too much. What's so funny? Oh, Osato, you're blushing. You truly are so lovable. No need to stay shy now. 800 years ago, you were bound by a vow of love. What? We were? I don't remember that. You kept the bronze mirror I gave you, did you not? That should be proof enough. What? No, that's not what you think. Come now. We certainly took the long way around, you and I, but we finally found our way back here. After everything, meeting again like this can only be a blessing of fate. This is what our curse of immortality was all for. Our final, glorious crossing into the next world together. No. I mean, yeah, it is the end, but you've been waiting for it too, haven't you? The day this curse is finally lifted. Come, Osato. Let's meet the day together. Let's finally be free of this endless pain. I am Osato of Kusawa. At the end of the Heian period, I worked as a maidservant for the Bureau of Omiya. That's where I met Taro no Tomoshige. By chance, he took a liking to me and made me part of his household. After the fall of Heike, the world sprung into chaos. We were too busy surviving to think about anything else. I remember those days now. He ran from one hiding place to another, and I had no one to depend on but him. Those memories are so distant now. So distant, it's hard to tell them apart from something I might have seen on TV last month. It really is him, Lord Tomoshige. I remember him now. He was always just like this, all pride and vanity, puffed up in his own importance, very image of an arrogant Heike. No wonder he failed so spectacularly. Anyone would, acting like that. And still, part of me can't help but feel sorry for him. Now that I think about it, the only reason I kept that bronze mirror after the attack was because it was the one thing I had left when I washed ashore, the only clue to who I was. I held on to that loneliness. That's all, as a trace of a past I can barely remember. I'm afraid I never even had a shred of affection for Lord Tomoshige, even back then. And now that I think about it, okay, what to do from here? Well, why are you so silent? Say something. You know as well as I do our lives are almost up. It could be over by tomorrow. What are you hesitating for?
Hey, Sato! Say something! I'm talking to you nicely, and you just stand there like a fucking idiot? Wake up! All you need to do is be grateful and come to my side. That's it. Stop being so fucking pathetic. But what if I refuse? Are you fucking kidding me? Refuse? After all these years, there's no refusal. You would dare defy me? That was never even a fucking option. Come with me right now. If you dare try to say no again, I'll ensure you receive due punishment. I have harsher methods I can use. Harsher methods? I told you. I can use a curse. Remember? A curse that targets a certain pattern and slices anyone with it clean through. Nice and painful. But even if you use that to hurt me, if I just hold on until tomorrow, your time will run out. You'll never get what you want. Are you really that fucking dumb? Why would I use it on you? You're immortal. Huh? Before I came here, I handed out dozens of business cards with that target pattern to people on this island. You wouldn't. With just a flick of my wrist, these stupid islanders will be dead in an instant. Get what I'm trying to tell you, right? You're holding the people here hostage? Ha! They're just insurance. A way to ensure you will come with me. In fact, that old man Wakamura was so stubborn about handing you over, I had to deal with him first. What? You mean you killed him? So, well, you do. You got two options, Osato. Time to choose. Obey and
come with me quickly. Or let your selfishness condemn these innocent people to a brutal death and come with me only after you watch them die. No. Alright, we're gonna save, because I am going to, what's it called? I'm not leaving. I'm just going to see what happens if I say... Alright. Let's do the old, Rohan Kishibe trick. No, I still can't. I won't follow you. I refuse. What? You selfish little brat. Huh, but very well. I'll make you regret that choice. Let's see how long that defiance of yours holds out. Oh, jeez. Is there like a way I could skip all these? Oh, is it tab? Oh wait, no, that's just a way to do that. Let's see, what are the controls? Where's my skips? Oh, it's auto. Oh, I have to wait or something. I still think that's way too... Okay. Alright, time to go through this. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Alright. So if I select this other one, it's probably a game over. Let's obey Tomoshige. No, I can't. Very well, do as you wish. Ha! Finally came to your senses. You think you could ever defy me? Should've known it from the start, peasant. Let's see, is there a... Do you kill him anyways? I'm sorry. In the end, I gave in to Tomoshige's threats. Maybe, just maybe, there's still some way to fight this curse, but... when those memories of distant past came flooding back, the fragments of a life long gone. When I thought of this man who spent 800 years chasing me, some hopeless purity, something must have wavered. I'd chosen to face the end together with this pitiful man. So before our time ran out, we sank to the bottom of Issei Bay, fading to the foam, as the curse had sustained us for 800 years. At last began to unravel, felt my senses slipping away. Besides me, Tomoshige drifted in silence, face calm, almost childlike. I stared at his smile as he slowly faded. Strange calm came over me as my consciousness faded into nothingness. Oh, that was just just one of the bad ends. Just for completionist's sake. Skip. And he's just like, well, I think you are. Forgive me. I won't be able to spend the next 800 years with you. What's this weird one? Let's see, that's having the hand and having the mirror this whole time. I think I probably need to go back to the main story chart. Because this is the one I need to go to.
What? You can't be serious. Old man Wakamura was murdered? Seems that way. I called the police to look into it. It probably has something to do with the slashing curse. That means whoever's causing the curse on this island is here at this very moment. Oh god, that's terrifying. I thought they'd already found the curse stone that was causing this to happen. But it looks like we're not out of danger yet. This is too much. So the curse is still hanging around? How does that even happen? Yo, you're talking to me? Huh, what? Hey, you don't have to be so jumpy. Well, what's this slashing curse business about, Yuza? Well, to be completely honest, someone planned to use that curse to commit a massacre today. What the hell? Who would do that? Don't worry, the culprit was caught this afternoon. The curse was targeting a symbol on the back of the Kameshimaru hand mirrors. Oh, I know the ones that you're talking about. Yeah, so anyone with one of those mirrors could be a potential target. Seriously? It's so scary. Oh, that's why a zombie took out everyone's hand mirrors this afternoon. Ha! Just doing my part. But the police apparently found the curse stone that was used to release the curse. Things probably would have been fine even if I hadn't collected the mirrors. Can't be that easy though. Thanks for doing that, Izami. Even if the police found some rock, a bunch of people were saved because of you. Well, when you put it like that, I feel like I really helped out. Just because there's no mirrors left doesn't mean we're free and clear, right? Yeah. I somehow doubt Mr. Wakamura had one of those hand mirrors. That means there may have been other items with that symbol on it. How am I even supposed to relax? You think the police might find the culprit while we're hiding here? I hope so. They're probably searching for him as we speak. Oh. Shit. What was that just now? Story chart? No. Actually, maybe you should be. There's a chance the culprit's after you after all, so stay alert. Now I'm even more scared. Wait, really? Why would they be after Sato? Well, it just seems to me like that would be the case. Huh? Yuza. You know something we don't? Well, yeah. I can't keep anything hidden from you, so I might as well come out and say it. The truth is, Sato Shironame here ate mermaid flesh a long time ago, and is now an immortal girl. Well, that's not how I imagined bringing this up. Wait, seriously, what? And how do you know that already, Yuza? Was that part of Tobokazuki's vision too? Yeah, something like that. Hold up, wait, I'm not following any of this. You had a Tomokazuki vision? What does that even mean? Yeah, this is a lot to take in. Guess now's a good time to explain everything.
What? You ran into a Tomokazuki while you were diving, and it showed you a vision of a different future? What? Sato ate mermaid flesh and became immortal hundreds of years ago? Yeah, the whole thing's pretty bizarre. After this, I don't think we can deny any supernatural mystery or cult conspiracy theory ever again. You're really taking this well, Yuza. It is the wildest thing I've heard all day. And Sato, I always thought that you were a little different, but I didn't realize you were straight out of the history books. Yeah, sorry about deceiving you. No, seriously, I had no idea. You fit into the modern era so effortlessly. Well, I watched a lot of TV to learn how to fit in. I love TV. Oh, I get it now. The Tomokazuki was also why you knew about the hand mirrors, right? Exactly. That's why I secretly enlisted Izami's help. I have to thank you again for that, Izami. None of this would have worked out if you hadn't trusted me. I was pretty unconvinced at first. You're so uncharacteristically serious. I didn't even have a choice. Yeah, I really learned an important lesson. The more you joke around, less likely people are likely to believe you when you need them. You wouldn't be you if you weren't messing around. I don't think you need to change a thing. I mean, yeah, I may have learned a lesson, but that doesn't mean I was planning on changing. Haha, that's a spirit. Never change, man. Anyway, on to a more serious note. Sato's probably being targeted because she's an immortal, right? It's gotta be it. There's also that thing we found earlier. Old man Wakamura was close to some rich guy named Dukaku Dono. He said he'd break the curse of the raging waves, but only if Wakamura handed over Sato. That's right. Mr. Wakamura said it was to protect the... That's right. Mr. Wakamura said it was to protect the islanders. Seriously? I can't even believe I didn't notice this happening. Wait, didn't Yuza already break the curse of the raging waves? There's no need to give Sato over anymore, right? That's true, but things might be even worse now. That rich guy might be resorting to more drastic measures. Oh, that's a good point. She hasn't even seen the corpse for herself, so the reality of the situation hasn't sunk in yet. I told her before that everything was going to be okay, so it's no wonder why she's so shocked by this news. Ordinarily bright and cheery, she said nothing as darkness clouds her features. Even she can't even hide her concerns now the situation's become so dire. I thought I could avoid speaking to her, but I don't know if I can hold back anymore. Kantekishono at night. The Kantekisho at night. There's no sound other than the wind in the trees and the distant tide. But an anxious feeling grips my chest at the thought of what might lurk beneath this stillness. So, does that still mean I'm still in danger? No, not particularly. You don't have to jump at every little thing. Izami. Hey, Yuza. Got a question. What's up? Isn't the slashing curse the thing Kikuo tried to use? But she was arrested, right? You don't think she's gonna try again, do you? Well, I think it's a possibility, yes. But we should probably avoid mentioning her to the others unless we can prove she's involved. You're right. We don't want to scare them with more information than we already have. Or, we don't have to scare them any more than we already have. Hey, what are you two whispering of over there? Just some rumors. We don't want to spread stuff we don't actually know is true. Oh well, now I'm even more curious. Do you think Tsukasa realized Kikuo might be a suspect? Yeah, she might have. But I don't think she'll say anything even if she has. You're probably right. I think she gets why we're not naming names. Okay. I think we got a better grasp of what's going on. If Sato really is being targeted, we have to do whatever we can to protect her. I agree. We probably shouldn't stay up here any longer. We should probably stay up here a while so no one finds us. I really appreciate everything you guys are doing, but this would all be over if I just gave myself up. Not a chance! I'm not about to let them do whatever they want like that. You have no idea what they'd do to you. She's right. We won't let anything happen to you, Sato. Huh? What's that? I think someone's outside. This is bad. Somebody's coming. Really? Sato, hide! No, wait. I think I know him. Ah, so this is where you are hiding. You really gave us a fright. You're Miss Shiki's assistant, right? Yes. My name is Soto Kiryu. Are you alright, Miss Shiranami? Yes. A man who wishes to harm Miss Shiranami is heading this way. I feel we have little time. Hey, what? They're really after Sato? It's likely the same person who murdered Mr. Wakamura. We must be prepared to defend ourselves. Okay. Is there anything we can do? The man heading this way is Kipe Ikoma. He has come for the mermaid. According to Miss Shiki, he's an 800-year immortal. What? An immortal? Seriously? Another immortal like Sato? It would seem you're already aware of Miss Shiranami's condition. It seems like almost everyone knows at this point. I see. Why does Soda have to be so ridiculously handsome? Because he is. What's it called? A lot of the characters look really good in this game. Yes, what's his name? His name is Soto Kiryu. Here's our guy. The glasses are really cute. The glasses hold it together, but also like this kind of like nice shaggy hair. He's also very expressive. Like sometimes he has this really sad look that's like it's like the cutest. If he's already immortal, what does he want with Sato? That remains unclear. But perhaps Miss Shiranami could shed some light on the issue. Do you know anything about this man Ikoma? All that shaggy hair.
No, nothing. In fact, we thought we were being hunted by someone working for a person named Ukaku Dono. That is correct. Ikoma was indeed one of Ukaku Dono's subordinates. I knew it! Did you say was? You mean he doesn't work for Unkaku Dono anymore? Yes. Unkaku Dono, or rather Yoshiatsu Yamashina, was found dead in his home earlier today. It's also this kind of like wistful like he was a oh shit. He was apparently murdered by a curse inflicted by Ikoma, in precisely the same manner Mr. Wakamura was killed. What? That pensive that like grasp, just lifting it up. Yamashina? That means he can't go looking for Sato or... that means he can't be looking for Sato in Kaku Dono's behalf. Just so. And that makes his motive for seeing Miss Shiranami entirely unclear. When I first met him, he seemed like a pretty level-headed man, if a little scary. But if it's definitely nice to have a psychic around when you're being targeted by a deadly curse. The appearance of a competent ally eased the tension in the room. However, a very real threat is now making its way towards us. Oh, sorry, I just clicked that. Is it possible that this Ikoma person can use curses without a curse stone? That does appear to be the case. And yet, very few people would be capable of wielding a curse powerful enough to inflict mortal wounds without assistance. Is there any chance he stole back the curse stone? No. The curse stone from the curse of Tomoshige is in my possession. In fact, I have it with me now. That bronze mirror. The curse stone? Indeed. It is a separate artifact from the still-tide mirror. It's interesting, however, that both relics were made of bronze mirrors. That mirror. I'm pretty sure it belonged to Taide no Tomoshige. But, how could you know that? Oh, well... Huh? I believe I understand. Yes, it's all clear now. Considering all the information I've gathered thus far, there's a distinct possibility that Kipe Ikoma has actually lived for 800 years, and is none other than Taide no Tomoshige. Indeed, 800 years is certainly enough time to accumulate the resentment needed to create a curse. How could anyone have held fast to such an enmity for centuries? Of course, as the sole inheritor of the entire clan's resentment, the depth of his malice would be overwhelming. Wait, hold on. I don't get it. What are you saying? There is no time. I will give you a brief synopsis. We can discuss it in depth at a later date. Okay, let's hear it. All the current evidence indicates that a man who is searching for Miss Shiranami, Kipe Ikoma, has been alive for over 800 years. He was known as Taide no Tomoshige during the Heian period, when he likely became an 800-year immortal. And we can assume he gained the attack to wield a curse that launches the slashing attack on a certain symbol that his clan accumulating resentment. Launches an attack at a certain symbol? So you're saying that symbol was on the mirrors too? That's my current supposition. It would be the same mirror, with the same power that contained within a curse stone. Using that curse stone, Ikoma murdered his ally, Ukaku Dono,
then proceeded to kill Mr. Wakamura.
What a monster. Can you use your powers to stop him or something?
It is impossible, but I believe it would be unwise to provoke him any further at this point.
Is there something else we should be worried about?
Well, it appears he passed out business cards with the curse symbols written on them by a number of islanders. He encouraged some people to keep them in their pockets, so there's no telling how many people are currently carrying one.
Seriously?
Even if the curse is at activation gauge as long as he's been on the island, we have to assume that all those people are at risk. Then he can kill as many people as he wants, whenever he wants.
Holy shit, that's insane. We definitely shouldn't provoke him then.
I'm gonna be right back just a moment. Gotta go to the restroom a sec. An emergency. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. I got a message from somebody.
The entire island has been taken hostage. Until we do something to remedy the situation, we cannot move against him. What can we even do? We don't have the time to find everyone who has that business card right now. Oh, why don't we use the island PA system to tell everyone to throw out the cards? It's possible that Ikoma would hear the broadcast and use the curse. Damn. Yeah, I guess that might push him over the edge. There's just not enough time to do anything else. I might have something. Why don't I meet with Ikoma to buy us some time? If I'm the one he's after, I bet he won't curse anyone while I'm talking to him. No way, that's too dangerous. Don't worry, I'm an immortal girl, so nothing can happen to me. But if I'm lucky, I might be able to get him to reveal his intentions, or even find some way to get him to end all this. Mr. Kiryu, this might be the best way to buy us some more time. I'm afraid we have little choice,
but you must avoid inciting his anger at all cost.
I understand. Don't worry, I'm good at feigning ignorance. You can call me Deadpan McPokerface.
Aw, man. I did a pretty good job at being oblivious when I got his name wrong like a million times.
Nice to meet you, Deadpan.
Okay, well, stay hidden. Deadpan Deadpan McPokerface. Pokerface. Okay, we'll stay hidden up here for a while.
Sato, please be careful.
We'll find some way to deal with the curse. Just don't let Ikoma do anything to you.
I know. I believe in you guys.
Miss Shiraname is waiting for Ikoma downstairs. There's no sign of him yet, but it's only a matter of time before he arrives. You need to do something about that business card while he's keeping him busy. Yes, if I go alone, I should be able to make it back to town fairly quickly. Think we can ask people in town for help? Yes, Miss Shiranami and the others are coming this way, so I should be able to meet them en route. Okay, then we don't have to do it alone. I can ask them for help if need be. What about the two foreigners? They're with Miss Shiki too, right? I was not aware you knew of them, but yes, they are. Huh? You mean those two tourists? What are they doing with her? Girls are a psychic. The girl is a psychic. She may be able to offer assistance.
Whoa, really?
Well now, Yuzumi Mikuchi, it would seem you have a plan. Not really. Why would you ask? Merely had a hunch. My intuition is telling me that you should look inside yourself for the answer.
What?
Inside myself? Do you mean... Can I make sure I'm on the right page about the curse and its conditions and all that? Sure. Okay, so Ikoma has this curse that uses a certain symbol as a target for a slashing attack, right? And we're in a bad way, because he gave a bunch of people business cards with that symbol. Yes, he can kill islanders whenever he pleases. Okay, and now that we don't have time to collect them all, if we make an announcement about the cards, Ikoma will hear it and activate the curse. So what are we supposed to do here? We don't have any time. Yeah, that's the problem. Our only way out of this is a supernatural solution. We already know this. Sorry, hold on a minute. The gears are all turning full tilt now. Oh, here we go. Little burb. Perfect.
This is it. Do or die time. I've been trying not to think about it, but ever since I met the Tomokazuki this afternoon, I can't help but feel like some all-knowing entity is somewhere, somehow directing my movements.
Oh, it's me.
Guess I'll refer to them as the Tomokazuki for now. Somehow being led along like this isn't an unpleasant feeling. It actually feels perfectly natural to just go along with it. If anything, the Tomokazuki's choices have helped us miraculously avoid many crises thus far. That's why I feel that their knowledge will help us overcome the situation. But maybe this is all wishful thinking. Still, I'm almost positive now. Tomokazuki can hear what I'm thinking. They're listening. Maybe they can give us a sign of what we can do next. I somehow feel like reassessing what I know about everyone will help me find the answer.
What now, Mari Minakuchi? It would seem you have a plan.
I got it! I have a plan, probably.
Really? Alright, Yuza.
Yuza, before you tell us your idea, allow me to impart a warning.
Okay.
Whatever you tell us, I'm going to trust your judgment and carry out your plan immediately. And things stand. As things stand, we simply have no time to weigh the options or consider other avenues. Do you understand? You can only choose one, and there's no leeway for unnecessary steps.
Wow, no pressure then.
Now lay out the entire plan. Who to ask, and what to ask of them.
Alright. Choose which of these individuals are enlisted to have them do what. Oh man. I'm coming up with a plan. Let's see. This one's a little more rigorous. This one I might actually need, like, a little help. Let's see. I guess probably, if it's gonna be something where, I think probably maybe the best course of action might be getting Soto and like Cersei together. Wait, no. Alright. So what do I do with you? Soto with Feast of Shadows. Cersei with Shikigami. Alright. Just gonna use our two big, like, what's it called? Our two mages to work together as mages. Perfect. Very well. That's 2 in total.
That's the plan. Alright, sounds like a plan to me. I'm sure it's gonna work out. This is our last chance. Let's keep it together.
I will now go apprise the people not here as to what you need them to do. At the same time, I will also fulfill my own role in the plan. Very well. I'll enact the plan as soon as you give me the word. If all goes well, Ikoma's curse should have no effect.
What? You selfish little brat. But very well. I'll make you regret that choice.
Let's see how long that defiance of yours holds out. Hold on, what's accepted fate? Several days after the night of the tragedy, Yuza's lost in his thoughts alone on the beach. Let's go to the conclusion. Yuza Minakuchi. Yuza comes up with a plan to prevent Kipe and entrust with Soto. Maybe the accepted fate one. It's been 1 week since the night Kamishima was struck by a tragic storm. It all resulted in 16 casualties, 7 missing, 20 buildings total and partially destroyed. A horrific calamity caused this huge stir when the news broke out about it. The culprit responsible is still unknown. The investigation is still ongoing. I went diving this morning for the first time that day. No one's taking up their boats, so it was just a short dive from the shore. Sometimes I think about the plans we all made to have fun here. I wonder how it would have gone if things hadn't turned out the way they did. I guess there's no point in thinking about that now, though. Oh, I guess this is like part of the bad ending. The suspicious pair apparently came all the way here from Tokyo. It seems they have business with me, so they're currently waiting for me to finish diving. Apparently I'm going to be taken into custody. I actually finished diving, but they're not trying to rush me. Seems they're waiting for me to prepare myself. They understand that I need some time, so they're kind enough to patiently wait for me. We still don't know who the culprit is. Oh. Would be like to wear those wooden sandals. Oh, sheesh, I've pushed myself. There we go. Up here. Oh yeah, these clogs. We're in clogs on the beach. The culprit, we don't know him. The storm could get here. They've been bombarded by accusations and demands. The Wakamuras have been laying low. Uptick in unsavory rumors that it was cursed. The occult craze was showing up. Mail order souvenirs were set up. Azami and Tsukasa's bodies were found in the lighthouse. There was no way of knowing what happened by now. Azami was found collapsed on top of Tsukasa, I guess trying to protect her. I wouldn't expect anything less from him. Same night, massive storm broke out. The bronze mirror my mom wasn't left to hold it back. Many who attempted to flee were missing. The storm descended upon for 3 days and such. No one could leave their homes. Several buildings were destroyed. Everyone made it painfully aware just how fearsome the curse of the raging waves was. Combined with the horror of the massacre, of course. There's still an eerie rumbling from the sea. No one knows when another storm may strike. Everyone here's still on edge to take their boats out, too. Naturally, no one paid me any mind when I headed out to dive today. I don't have much to show for today's dive. My catch has been pretty pitiful, to say the least. Looks like I really am hopeless without Azami. The pair from Tokyo apparently came to try to find a way to dispel this. They were regretful about failing to stop the storm and went around apologizing. Seems they're still planning to find a solution, though I had asked for my cooperation. Unable to bear the tragedy that befell her, she gave herself over to the assassin and left the island with him. I don't know if whoever sent the assassin got what they wanted in the end. I'm probably never coming back. But either way, they took any chance of seeing her again with them. I doubt I'll ever meet. After all that has happened, I'm once again the only one left alive. Well, I don't know if alive is the right word. I did get my head cut off once, after all. To be honest, I don't have it in me to care anymore. I couldn't fulfill what I set out to do besides swearing on it. Nothing left. My fate's in the hands of this pair now. I don't know what it may have planned for me, but whatever it is, I intend to accept it. Thank you, everyone, for everything. Goodbye. Oh, Yuzumi Takuchi's bad ending. Oh shit. We got another one. Approximately 1 month ago, having only returned home to Kamishima, Yuzumi Noguchi goes on the roof, only to find Sato there. Oh, this would be good to know. Huh? Is someone already here? How unusual. Whoa, you scared me. Darn. I didn't think anyone else would come up here. Oh, I take it I'm not welcome? I didn't think there would be anyone else up here either, so that makes the two of us. So, who are you? I'm Yuzumi Noguchi. I've recently moved back to Yamashina. Ah. So you're that old friend of Tsukasa's, was it? Yep, I don't think we've spoken before. You're Sato Shiraname, right? Mr. Wakamura's relative. Nice to meet you. Wait, how'd you know who I am? Kinda creepy. You're pretty much the talk of the town. I'm not sure. I'm sure everyone here knows who you are. Is that so? I'd rather not stand out. It's a small island. Word spreads quickly and about who comes and goes. Sorry, but could you leave me be? I don't feel like talking anymore. I see. I just came to enjoy the view alone. I'll just be over there looking at the sea, so I won't be a bother. That work for you? Fine. You can see all the way from Issei Bay out to Enshu Street. It's a great view. That doesn't mean I want to share it with anybody. Thankfully, most of the islanders don't come up here that often, so sometimes I come here to unwind. You can see all the way out from the Tsumi Peninsula and Aichi from there. I heard this observation post was originally to oversee Irako on the other side, so I guess it makes sense that it would be built somewhere with a clear view of the island. Oh, I clicked on this. There are a lot of reefs in this area, and the tide is so strong, so it can make for tough sailing. And from here, it looks so tranquil. Coming here always helps clear my mind. Now then, I'm back here after quitting work after just 3 months. I went to a boarding school in the mainland in high school, so it's been around 3.5 years since I actually lived on Kamishina. Nothing's changed. It's almost as if time itself has stopped here. You could say that one of the good things about living in an isolated island is this. But for me, that just means it's just as uncomfortable as ever. Ever since the disaster 5 years ago, people around here haven't exactly been subtle about avoiding me. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's as good a time as any to start seriously looking for my mom. Sato Shiranami. I hear she was a relative of Mr. Wakamura, who will be staying with him for a while. But apparently no one's heard of her. So the island rumor mill's been going overtime since she's arrived. Things have calmed down a bit now, but when she first showed up, she knew very little about how things worked, with the gossip that was some sort of sheltered. That the gossip was that she was some sort of sheltered princess, or she'd been raised by animals. Even now, she spends most of her time cooped up at the Wakamuras, so the mystery's only grown. Guess it doesn't really matter, though. If she really is a relative of Mr. Wakamura's, I wonder what she's doing here. She's 17, just like Tsukasa, but it doesn't seem like she goes to school. I guess it doesn't really matter. Now that I have a better look at her, she's really tall. Maybe even taller than Azami. And she's 173. She says she doesn't want to stand out, but that's gonna be tough from the height. I'd rather not stand that close to her, to be honest. She's been staring this whole time. Does she see something out there? I said it wouldn't bother her. I should stop staring already. They built a rest stop for any tourists who come here. It doesn't seem much use. processing plant I worked at wasn't a bad place, but working there didn't feel fulfilling either. I just happened to come across it when I was looking for a job. I've never been sure of what I wanted to do with my life. Izami's always had a clear goal of becoming a fisherman. To be honest, I've always felt a little jealous of that. After losing my parents, people not only began to avoid me, they avoided talking about my mom as well. At some point, I honestly began to wonder if there was much point in being alive. I've only made it this far because of Gran and Izami. I could never forgive myself if I made the two of them sad. They're the only reason I'm still here, drifting through life. Now that there's not much else to do, I gotta find some work here so they don't worry about me. I've always been good at swimming, so I've actually been thinking about Ama diving as an option. Well, hello, how's it going? Thank you so much for the raid, Crow. Wow. Hello. Y'all need to chill out or leave at any point in time you can, but in case it's your first time, I'm Rachna Roka, an alien from beyond the stars. And I'm near the tail end of Paranormasight too, so we are heading towards like this big like climactic moment. This is a really good game, yeah. I finally got my voice back, so what's it called? I've been able to do all the lines. Maybe I'll start looking into it in secret. Though I'd only been able to do it during the diving season, so I still have to find something else. I originally came here to take care of Gran after the injury, but her condition's improved a lot more recently. She can walk around by herself now. He's even been handling the cleaning and laundry. I don't know much about this game, but I heard good things. The first game is really good. The second one is pretty awesome. A lot of it's just kind of like this visual novel where you kind of are like solving these mysteries that deal with kind of like supernatural. It's a little horror based, but Paranormasight 2 is actually a lot less scary because a lot of it happens in the daytime. But Paranormasight 1 got a little freaky at the beginning because you were dealing with like this kind of battle royale of the spirits. It was almost kind of like Fate Stay Night, but with like cursed stones. But in the second one, it was more like kind of like just figuring out like the nature of what mermaids were like on here and like who like was able to like, I guess, be resurrected to the point where they could live to be like 800. I wouldn't be surprised if she was planning to go back to diving. Kamishina women sure are made of sterner stuff. But I'm just still worried about her. You never know what could happen after all. It seems like she's been watching a lot of TV lately. Perhaps because she's had to spend a lot of time at home. She seems to be a bit bummed out that she doesn't have anyone to talk to, and it shows. Izami was really happy to hear I was coming back. He even helped make sure that my return would go as smoothly as possible. I can't thank him enough. He's a true friend. A few puzzles in both games are some of my... There's like one... There's the one... The volume puzzle was really fun. Just like, what's it called? Be able to like interact with like the actual menus. And like kind of options. Just to be able to kind of like... Be able to break the fourth wall to such an extent. Yeah, the voice volume one. That was such a good one. I was like, what's that doing here? Like, there's no voiceovers in this. So, and you're like, oh. One of these curses does, though. But he's involved in a bunch of stuff around the island now. So he's much busier than he used to be. Goes without saying, we can't mess around like we used to anymore. Scott's also put some distance between her and us. Since she started. I called that one immediately when the actual puzzle came. I was like, yeah, like, I'm not sure if that one would be... I think especially because the curse had to do with it. I was like, oh. Oh, this is the way to avoid this. Oh, oops. I guess she's a bit self-conscious about things now. I miss hanging out with her, but maybe that's just a part of growing up. Still, it's no exaggeration to say it's all thanks to a zombie I'm able to live like this. I won't do anything to let him down. Right then. Time to think about how to make my own way of life from now on. Sure, I have plenty of time, but I don't want to be a burden for any longer than I have to. On the contrary, if there's some way for me to make a graceful exit and draw the curtains on it all, maybe that would be for the best. The same thought's been lurking in my mind ever since that day. What's the point in living if I'm just gonna cause more trouble for Gran and Azami? Time to think about Okay. I've interacted with everything. Ah! Made you jump, didn't I? You did. Of course you did. Anyone would be startled if someone sneaking up on them like that. At least you admit it. You consider that payback for before. Anyway, she needs something. Alright, I can't focus with someone else after all, so I want you to leave. Huh? Fine. How much will you pay me? Money, is it? That's all you bureaucrats think about. Money, money, money. Very well. A string of 3,000 cash coins, and that's my final offer. You won't get a single drop out of me. Wait, what? Who even has that ancient currency like that anymore? And wasn't that the bounty in Imagawa's Yoshimoto's head? How much money do you have? Don't worry, it's about 60 yen in modern currency. Damn, inflation's pretty nuts. 60 yen it is then. Here you go. I do feel a bit bad you only got a measly 60 out of the deal though. So you can have this Kameshimaru keychain I picked up over here as well. Question random stuff you picked up off the ground on others, eh? Still, you could have thrown such a cute keychain away. I'd feel bad if it was left on the ground, so I'll let you off with this. I'll be on my way as promised. Sorry for the interruption. Sure. Huh? I see. So that's how it is, Is something wrong? Oh no, I was just thinking. Must be pretty rough. Yep, pretty rough, alright. It's none of my business, though. Hi. Whoa, whoa, how am I supposed to just walk away after you say cryptic stuff like that? If no answers are forthcoming, I'll simply be on my way. Later. Alright. Now we can... Oh. Alright. I still have this one, but like... I guess I have to do this one. Two months have passed since I washed up on this island. Or 100 years elapsed since I was locked away. I've managed to adjust somehow. Although, sometimes I wonder why I bothered. Yeah, I was a bit worried at first, but I adapted pretty smoothly. The fact that I only have vague memories from 400 years has probably helped out a lot. I still don't really understand ships and cars, or electrical appliances. But that's not really an issue. To be honest, I know how to use them and that's what counts. Most people who are born in the modern era could tell you fridges can keep things warm, but not exactly how to do it. It's actually pretty easy to get by if you could just accept that knowing everything in detail is normal. Besides, it doesn't seem like life has changed that much for the fisherman who lives on a remote island. Apparently the big cities are greatly evolved, with water and sewage systems as well as subways. Waking up there would have been a lot more confusing. It's so quiet on the roof of Kontakisho. I'm alone, but for the wind rustling in the trees, the distant roar of the wind, it feels so good to have this view to myself and just let the soft sea breeze carry me away. Perfect spot for someone who wants as little to do with others as possible. But yesterday, someone came up and ruined everything. I really do love being alone. It's calming. I have a good reason to isolate myself on this island. I probably have less than a month left. Whoever sealed me away seemed to have some kindness in them at least. Allow me to spend the last moments as myself, alive. But I can hardly feel grateful. How much living can you really do in a few months, a few weeks? That girl Tsukasa was always hanging around me. I try to keep my feelings in check, act as cold as possible. Getting too close will only make things harder when it all has to end. I'd like to joke and laugh with them, spend time talking about our favorite shows and all that. Especially with Tsukasa. The way she reacts to things is so funny. It's really hard not to laugh and play along. I have to try so hard to keep my feelings under control. Cheerful conversations will only become painful memories for her later. And since running into the woods and living alone isn't appealing, I just have to play my role of being the unfriendly loner till the time comes for me to disappear. Just one more month. One more month of coasting along without making waves. But watching TV every day, learning more about the modern world, there's so much fun to be had. Pretending otherwise actually hurts. Humanity's prospered. In the past, common folk were preoccupied with surviving every day. Now almost anyone can eat delicious food and sleep in warm bed without having to toil day and night. People have time, freedom, entertainment. It's wonderful. I wish I had time to enjoy it all. Get on a plane, even fly to Tokyo. There's not much of a chance for that. Not in the time I have left. Still, I really wish I could try one of those game consoles you can hook up on TV. You can play different games by switching cartridges, according to what they say on the TV. Those consoles are so popular that it's hard to even find one. Not that I'm in any position to make demands, of course. All I can do is look at the pictures in the magazines and dream of them. If I had a game console, I'd bet I'd play it all day. Anyway, there's no point in wishing for too much. I'm just grateful to be able to spend my days this way. It's all thanks to Wakamura. Please, just let me watch TV for my last remaining month. That's not too much to ask, is it? Anyway, I shouldn't let my guard down. I gotta keep myself alive. Keep myself in line. No extravagances. I just gotta gently drift along and not rock the boat. At least that was the plan. And yet... when speaking to them yesterday, I got completely carried away. I'm still mad at myself about it. Next time I'll be more careful. Cool as a cucumber. Wait. Next time. Oh well. Yuzumi Nikuchi. Something about it makes me lose my cool completely. It's probably the shock of finding out he's immortal too. Yeah, that must be it. Maybe being immortals puts us in a different wavelength from other people. And that could be why I'm drawn to him. He seemed quite young. He couldn't have been immortal long. I think mermaids are still around, even now. Wait a moment. I wonder if he knows I'm an 800-year immortal too. I hope not. If he does, it does put my peaceful life at risk. I better make sure he knows to keep his mouth shut. I have to talk to Yuzumi Nikuchi again. Finding him is going to be a hassle. Oh, shit. You came back. So, you're here too, huh? Did I startle you? Yep. Of course you did. Anyone would get a fright when someone sneaks up onto them like that. Now you know exactly how I felt. You're right. Guess I deserve that. Never mind that now. There's something I want to ask you. Something I need to tell you too. You go first. So what I was thinking about when you said yesterday about that pretty rough thing, and it occurred to me. Did you by any chance be an immortal girl? Whoa, I didn't know it was that obvious. I knew it. Something about you was just different. So I'm an immortal boy and you're an immortal girl. Don't put it like that. Why not? That's what we look like. Sounds better than people who became immortal by eating mermaid. Besides, going by our actual ages or something would just get confusing. I guess that would make sense. Right? So you might as well call yourself that too. Alright, I will. Anyway, as it turns out, I wanted to talk about the same thing. You knew you were immortal, didn't you? Yep, I found out just recently, in fact. I got swept out in sea and survived, against all odds. That's when I remembered being saved by a mermaid 5 years ago. It all started to make sense. Wait, by saved? From what? Well... I had no idea. I hadn't even heard of an incident that occurred 5 years ago, in the sea just outside of Kamishima. No one really talks about it anymore. So a mermaid saved you and made you an immortal boy. Right. That's my guess anyway. Now I understand why a mermaid would go out of her way to save me. Anyway, I'm just happy I can finally talk to somebody about this. There's still so much to do, and still so much I don't understand. Since we're here, do you mind if I ask you some questions? That's fine, but I need you to promise me something. Never tell anyone about me being an immortal girl. Easy. I'd prefer people didn't know about me either. Good. I'd have to kill you otherwise, so thanks for sparing me the trouble. You know, you're a lot tougher than I would have thought you'd be. Anyway, done. I swear on my life, or lives. Whoa, look at you, making immortal jokes. You modern kids are truly something. Honestly, it just came out. So what'd you want to ask? Alright. How long does this immortal thing really last? Is it forever? 800 years. No more, no less. Wow, 800. That's a solid number. Precisely. Good luck for the next 795. What am I, some fine wine? I need more luck, more than luck. That's 8 whole years we're talking about. 8 whole centuries. Yep, it's pretty tough. Like I said, I could tell you have a long time left. Being immortal for so long must have given you amazing intuition. Oh, and just checking. Is there any way to undo the immortality? Nope, there isn't. You're not human anymore. And there's no way to become human again now that your body's long gone. I knew it. By the way, how long have you been alive for? This is my 800th year. I only have a month left. What, really? It's a long story, but I've been kinda out of the game the past 400 years. Now my life's almost over. 400 years is a long time. Only 1 month. You're way older than I imagined. Is there anything I need to be careful of? What do you mean? Well, seeing as I'm stuck in this body, is there anything I should avoid? Fall into a deep pit or a pit? You'll keep dying over and over again, so don't do that. Yikes, that sounds terrifying. Avoid lava, got it. That's about it. Don't actually remember all that much. I guess that's how it is. Oh, and it'll get messy if people find out, so try to keep a low profile. You'll probably have to find somewhere new to live every few decades. That'll help you avoid suspicion. Living in the same place for too long is dangerous, huh? But it won't be easy living anonymously with the family registry system. You used to be able to show up in a new place and start a living. People did that all the time. Yeah, I'd bet it'd be more difficult to move than it used to be. Sounds real rough. Good luck with that. Great, thanks. The next day. Not again. Are you gonna come here every day? It's not like I have anything better to do. Yeah, me neither. You know, you're the one who started showing up to my favorite place. I like it too. I just have as much of a right to be here as you do. Besides, it's such a nice spot. Yeah, I get that. You said before that you come here to think. What do you think about? Stuff like that. And what sort of work could I do? Oh, you're unemployed? Obviously, someone with a job wouldn't spend their mornings staring at the sea. Not everyone's lucky enough to have a cushy life, eating free food and watching TV all day. Listen, can we cut this out? Seems utterly pointless to knock each other down every 5 minutes. True. I guess we should call a truce. Hey. Hmm? Is living for so long hard? Hmm. It's definitely not a stable life. It can be pretty hard at times. That's true whether you're mortal or not, is it? At least you don't have to worry about starving anymore. Even if you get sick or injured, dying will fix it. I never actually struggled that much because of my immortality, to be honest. Oh, is it really that easy? I mean, if you really wanted to die, you just can't. Do you want to die? Well, not right now, but maybe if I live long enough, I'll change my mind. Oh, you said you got swept out at sea. Is that because you... Damn, I thought you were a super chill boy, but I guess you're sensitive too. Seems that way. I was just as surprised as you to find that out. Come now, what happened? Talk to your elder immortal. Jeez, so they blamed your mother for the disaster 5 years ago. Even shunned you because of it? Guess you mustn't have been so keen to come back here. I didn't want my Gran or Azami to worry about me. It was a moment, weakness that pulled me back here, I guess. I'm really not sure. Regardless, I'll need to live as quietly as possible and stay out of everyone's way now. That's why you came up here to be alone, huh? I know how you feel. It's the same for me. Wait, so you're sealed in an underground cave for 400 years? Yep, that's the real reason for it. To keep something from happening. I don't remember what it was. But I'm awake now. So it must mean it's okay, whatever it was. Jeez, that must have been terrible. Ha, pretty noble of me, wouldn't you say? You wanna worship me, I wouldn't say no. So this is Zami Kuo guy's looking out for you, huh? Yeah, he's a really good guy. Too good for me, definitely. Honestly, I don't think I could have survived without his help. And yeah, you haven't told him you're immortal. No, I doubt he'd believe me. Besides, if he started avoiding me or something, I had nothing left. I don't think I could keep going. Not that you can die. True. Several days later. I see, so you've been acting cold because you don't have much time left, huh? I understand. Saying goodbye to people you care about isn't easy. Yeah, exactly. When you live as long as we do, you have to say goodbye to so many people. Come to think of it, being immortal sounds pretty rough. Well, it does mean saying goodbye a lot. You can see why some people see immortality as a kind of punishment, or hell itself. There have been immortals who've become so overwhelmed with despair they turn their backs on this world and devote themselves to religion. Like Yabakuni. So that's where the story comes from. But you know, as far as I can tell, I've never felt existence like this existence was hell. Really? Yep, for 400 years before I was sealed away, I was able to live out my life. If you ask me, not everyone's cut out to be immortal. It's like anything else. Really, some people have to what it takes and others don't. So what, you're just a natural immortal? Yep, like I was born for it. I see. There really is something for everyone. I guess emotionally maturing to match the fact you're 817 years old wasn't for you, though. You've noticed. I'm self-conscious about that. Oh, sorry. Anyway, it takes talent to live for centuries without seeming to age. Yeah, I wish I had that talent too. I'm jealous. I hope I'll be able to look back at it the same way. Are you scared? Huh? Are you scared of being alone for the next 800 years? Well, yeah, that's part of it. It's also just hard to imagine myself living in the future. Makes sense. I probably would have been scared too. I'd known from the start that I had 8 whole centuries ahead of me. But I reckon you'll be okay. You might even surprise yourself. Think so? I know it's getting a little late, so I guess I'm probably gonna head out after this chapter and then conclude things next time. Yeah, you're a lot like me in some ways. So I think you might just be cut out for this immortal life. Huh? Are we alike? I hadn't noticed. Sure we are. Like how you started playing the fool when you're embarrassed. You got me there. See? I remember when we first met? We started talking like we were old friends, right off the bat. True, I remember thinking that. It was funny that I didn't feel awkward. I rest my case. If you got a knack for it, another 795 years will feel like nothing. Blink and you miss it. Like nothing. I don't know if I wanted to go by that fast. Yeah, exactly. In the end, you might not even feel like it was enough. Maybe your last words will be, I know, I lived 800 years, but come on. Give me another few centuries. I get it now. You really are good at being immortal. So good you still don't want to die. Huh? You only got 1 month before your lifespan ends. You must be scared too. Never despaired once at being immortal till now. You're not wrong there. I mean, I lost 400 years, so I'm not nearly done with life yet. I just want to keep living, more than anything. Of course I'm scared. I can understand that. It's not like you were on your deathbed and had been given 1 month to live. You're as healthy as can be. So maybe it's time you stopped worrying. What do you mean? Since you don't have any time left, why not spend the rest of it having fun? Live life to your fullest. You do your best. You do the best you can with the time you have left. You might even feel satisfied with the life you've led in the end. Wow, I didn't know why I didn't think of that. What if I get close to anyone, I'll only hurt them when I die? Yeah, but I mean, you could just let them mourn you. You have to do that plenty of times, right? I guess I could be forgiven for being a little selfish at my old age. Exactly. If it helps, consider yourself forgiven. Does that mean you'll mourn me when I disappear? Of course I will. From the bottom of my heart. Really? Wow. That might just make me happy. Good. And here's the plan. You're gonna have as much fun as possible, starting tomorrow. Tsukasa's coming back for the holidays too, by the way. I'm sure she'll be more than happy to hang out with you. She'll want to be your friend. Oh, I'm liking the sound of this more and more. I wanted her to be my friend too. I guess this is my chance to take her around the island. Oh, but while I'm at it... Yeah? You said your grandmother, Tsuyu, was someone to talk to. Oh, yeah? It's just, we don't have much to talk about. She's always going on about what's on TV, and I can't keep up. Leave it to me on the TV talk. Oh, and I'd be happy to look after her while you're out working, as well. Are you sure? That'd be a huge help, but... Sure, I'm sure. She seems like an interesting person to talk to. I'd love to spend time with her. She's definitely something. Can't let your guard around her, that's for sure. She's pretty stubborn. Not to mention, if she doesn't like something, she's not afraid to say it. I'll bear that in mind. You know what? I'm actually pretty excited for tomorrow. I'm glad. Hey, Yuza. That's my name, don't wear it out. I know I initially came here because we wanted to be alone, but... now? Can we come here when we don't want to be alone instead? Sato. Of course we can. I'll wait for you here. Every day. Oh, baby. After that, I decided to stop holding back and reach out to everyone around me. And you know what? They responded. They started interacting with me the same way. So I've decided to spend my last few days having as much fun as possible so that I won't have anything to fear in the end. Of course, no one but Yuza and I know about immortality, or what little remains of it. But these past few days have been so much fun. There are points where I can't even tell if I'm dreaming or if this is a new reality. Most importantly, Yuza's life and mine have continued to intertwine as we meet in our usual space. We get along so well, being together feels like the most natural thing on Earth. It didn't take long for us both to notice how comfortable we were around each other. Before we knew it, we were being drawn together with increased intensity, like stars meeting in orbit. Oh. Yeah, I guess I'll be heading out. Is what's it called? It looks like there's a lot more of these that are opening up as time goes on. So, I'm hoping to finish it next week, because there's definitely... what's it called? It's definitely gearing up. So I'm going to save one more time and head out. Thank y'all so much for coming along. It's always really awesome to see y'all. And I'm so happy and so excited that I was able to find my voice back. Like, it's been so long. It was quite a bit of a struggle, like, just to be able to know and for certain, like, what was going on with my throat. But I'm glad at the very least it was able to recover quite a bit. Let me see, like, before I head out, I want to poke my beauty mark, poke the mic, and send out all kinds of positive vibes. Let's see if there is somebody that is streaming right now. Let us see. Oh, what's it called? Shrimp on Max. They made such wonderful art for me. They are playing Cry of Fear, so what's it called? If you're into something scary, what's it called? That would be fun. But until next time, I'll be seeing you all. Until tomorrow, I'll be seeing you all with Paper Mario. Until Paper Mario tomorrow. Bye, y'all.